It's because everything is free. There's nothing here that's not free. The only thing that feels unfree and bound is your mind. Your body is free to do as it pleases. The trees are free to blow in the wind. The wind is free to blow the trees. The sea is free to come and go in directions. Birds are free to fly. Puppies free to play. Tell me what is not free apart from mind. When you see everything as mind, which means every single form that you meet is living through a mind-based world. And in their own world they have these perceptions of this beautiful free world. And other mind-based forms interact with their perceptions of their own free world. And then we have problems. Because we are all evolving in bodies at different mind-based time game scales. We're all experiencing different things, different climates, different planets, different atmospheres, different lands, different relationships. And in our place of geographical place, we inherit some past regulations and laws, and we do it like this, you must follow suit. All different cultures, different languages. Every time we see something new, our mind grabs onto it and says, you know what? This doesn't fit in my world, or this fits in my world. But where I live, it cannot be like that. Or how can I change this world to suit my world? Because where I live is much more free and liberated. And therefore we get involved with other mind-based worlds. It's just a game of mind. But take away the mind, or allow the mind to be free and say what it wants to say and do what it wants to do. And the mind will taste freedom. You are never not free. You are always free. The mind that you think you are, the person, the identity, says, no, I'm not free. I'm bound in this body. I'm bound to obey things. I'm bound to live my life through my past, my parents' past, my grandparents' past. And therefore, you're not living freely. You are the one inside living freely, but your mind is not living freely. Your mind is not flowing with life. And you think it's your mind. But it's the whole mind. As soon as you interact, as soon as you go to education, you experience much more minds. Your parents' minds were enough to set you on the road and give you some sort of guidance and some sort of way to keep you safe, keep you as free as possible. So there is no bad intent from mind. And when at school they think they're doing the same thing. They're trying to keep you safe, keep your mind evolving, but it's the mind that's keeping the mind evolving. I don't know if you understand these words, but everything is mind, everything is thought. Everything that you see when you give a name to it becomes a form, becomes an identity, and therefore it becomes separate. We call the trees trees, but they are life. And when you look at them simply as life, with no name, no shape, no colour, and go beyond them, they will take you to your true place. They are the mirror of you. Everything is a reflection of you. But what are you? Who are you? Have you considered this? Have you considered who you are? Who you truly are? Are you happy as a person? Is your mind free to do as it wants? There's not one single way of righteousness. The Bible, another guide made from mind. How can all obey this one single book? It's like obeying one single rule. The Bible is there only as interpretations of past saints and their own individual experiences. No two experiences are the same. So how can you say to any other being, do it this way? Do it my way. Even Jesus said, do it my way. There is not a way. There is only your way, the one who lies beyond mind. The one who sits and watches this birds flying freely, the trees blowing freely, the puppies playing freely, feeling, why can't I be free? You are free. And this is the message, you are free. You are freer than the trees and the wind and the birds and the puppies. They are reflecting your freedom when you see this. Your mind says, no. I don't want you to be free, I love you, I want you to stay with me. Freedom means to go on your own and do what you want and see the world for what it is. But I don't want you to go. I want you to go and take me and do it in my terms, says the mind. The mind loves you. It loves you so much that it won't let you be free. It's a reflection of your attachment to the world, to the external world. Your mind is showing you what you're wanting to be attached to. And it'll take you there. And it'll keep you attached. Because it thinks that's what you want. It thinks you want this mind. This mind is your slave. But you think it's your enemy. You think it's the devil. You think it's all these things. What it is saying is, please, stop listening to me. Listen to yourself. I will never leave you. I will be at your feet every single moment. And if you need me, I will be there in one finger snap. I am always there for you. You are the most free puppy in the world. And all you show is unconditional love like the puppy shows. But the mind says, no, you're a man. Or your status says you cannot show this. In the book of righteousness, the mind righteousness, it has been written from past. You must follow this book. You must follow this flavour that your past world has written up for you. But it's not true. It's not true. You are truth. You are free truth. Barking like the free puppy. When the mind says, look at me. Look at me. Attention, attention. You're not looking. I want you to come over here. You told me you wanted to follow this. You told me you wanted to do this course. And you're looking at life. You're following life. What do you want to follow, life or me? Says the mind. It's just wanting you to make that decision. And it'll be totally happy. Either way. The mind is the most balanced thing in the world, in your world. But when your ego, when it develops this identity, this person, it thinks it's the most important thing in your world and becomes unbalanced. It points you to the things that it thinks that you should be looking at, which is your conditioned past. You must look at good and not look at bad. So it points you to good. Even though life is saying, I want to show you bad. I don't want you to be bad. I want to show you what it is so you can compare. And you think that you are becoming this bad person. But you are simply the witness, the free eyes that flow, watching badness take place in a world of illusion, a world of thoughts, a world of reflective flying of freedom. That's all there is here. There is you, watching and observing a reflection of you. Even your body is a reflection of you. The birds, the trees, the mountains, the sea, the ocean, all reflections of you. Not one says, I am what you look like. You're the whole conscious world looking at the whole conscious world. So be free. Let the mind take you on little walks and be aware that the mind is waiting for your orders. But you're not going to give it any orders. You're going to give it free will. Free will. And when mind gets free will, and you realize that you are not this mind, you are only the observer of this mind is part of your body form, it will take you to what you set out to achieve in this body. It will take you to everything that you wanted to see and experience in this body. But beware other minds. Everything is mind, remember. Other minds will say, no, no, no. But in the truth, altogether, we are all aiming for the same thing. And that's what the Bible says. But not at the same time. Not as the same advanced or we're all different. But we're not. We're all freedom. What is freedom? Describe it. What are you? Can you describe yourself? What is freedom? It cannot be seen. It cannot be tasted. When you see the bird fly, the bird, like you, thinks it's a form and that it is flying. But what is happening is flying is taking place. And it's the flight, the movement that you are. You're not the flyer. You're not the observed flight object. You are the flying. Everything is movement. Consciousness is freedom. It moves on its own, like the wave on the top of the ocean. It has no set ways, no set time, no set height, no set path. It just moves. That is freedom, to allow everything to happen. And realize that you are not the one experiencing it, or the one looking at it, or the one being it. You're simply the happening. You're far more important than a human being. You're far more important than a person. Without you, none of this can take place. No form can appear without you. No trees can blow in the wind without you. No birds can fly or puppies can play without you. You are the playing. You are the flying. You are the blowing. You are the aeroplane in flight. But no one can see you. No thing can exist without you. And you are no thing. You're simply freedom. Simply movement. Simply peace. Simply. Very simply. Nothing.